Sacred Sevens welcomes you to our video, The Ascension and Our Ancient Prophecies, the third in a series of videos called The Ascension. In this video, we intend to present that the Ascension quite simply is the globally recognized paradigm shift that many of our ancient prophecies have predicted. They all sought guidance from the same universe. The ancient cultures and their prophecies represented by bringing together video clips by our ancient cultures, the Mayans, the Incas, the Hopis, and our Anishinaabe people. We at Sacred Sevens believe the Ascension essentially began at the end of the Mayan calendar, December 21st, 2012. It should be revered as a time of a spiritual awakening leading to a time of great joy and happiness, love and peace on the planet. The first video clips are for the end of the Mayan calendar. A news clip from December 21st, 2012 at sunrise on a beach in Cuba, and a Mayan elder and a participant are being interviewed. This was a global event, as you will see, and was not to be experienced in fear.
Enough of the culture of fear. We should stop planting fear, not in the present generations, nor in the future generations. We have to return to our roots. We are inviting all humans to return to their natural essence. We're simple. We are part of the earth. We are the children of Mother Earth. When we forget this, everything becomes complicated. We have a very complicated life, and because of that, we don't know how to live.
And now a participant. We couldn't have said it any better ourselves. This is beautiful.
I think that on that day, December 21st, there will be a great spiritual awakening. There will be a change in vibrations, which changes us all somehow. For the good, I think.
On that same day, Sacred Sevens experienced thousands of people greeting sunrise and the shift, as it should be, with celebration. The next ancient culture is the Incas, with the eagle and the condor prophecy, the joining together of our peoples from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. Enjoy. When the eagle of the north flies with the condor of the south, the spirit of the land she will reawaken.
Everything begins with spirit. You overstep that, you're going to fall short.
Prophecy of the eagle and the condor. In prophecy, the knowledge of the keepers of our nations foretold of a time when people from the four directions of the world would come together. This is the prophecy of the eagle and the condor.
More than 500 years ago, before the predestined arrival of other members of the human family, there flourished vast civilizations that carried trade and commerce from the very north of the Americas to the very south of the Americas and across the Rockies and the Andes. This was the union of the condor and eagle.
We have been waiting for 500 years. The Inca prophecies say now, in this age, when the eagle of the north and the condor of the south fly together, the earth will awaken. The eagles of the north cannot be free without the condors of the south. Now it's happening. Now it's time. We live in a time of the fulfillment of prophecy. Humanity should cure itself and give help to the poor. Regenerate yourself with light and then help those who have poverty of the soul. Return to the inner spirit. which we have abandoned.
There are archetypes which have great meaning to cultures everywhere in the world. The eagle has been one of those symbols.
It's a very masculine energy. It's an energy that discovers and invents and makes things happen.
Ultimately, you know we are all native, because the word native comes from nature, and we are all parts of Mother Nature. The inner light of humans emanates from this spiritual source. We came to Earth from this sun to have experiences on Earth, and eventually we will return to this sun. We are children of the sun.
Eagle, from some perspectives, can also represent the mind.
And that's why I believe maybe that technology is so advanced in the North.
Our elders tell us that we will unite and get our strength back, like many arrows that will not be broken. They remember the history to keep the fire alive. We have come together to be one, to have complete understanding.
For us, as indigenous, there is no coincidence for us. Everything has a purpose. Breathing together people, uniting hearts, uniting the love, raising the love of humanity, of our sacred Mother Earth, the universe, the light that shines us every day, what we call in our language the time of Pachapute, time of transformation.
These were the two primary symbols of many of the indigenous peoples of the Americas. In all the sacred prophecies, from the prophecies of Kukulkan, the prophecies of the Incas, Viracocha, Quetzalcoatl, the Eighth Council Fire, Return of the White Buffalo, the sacred prophecy of the Hopi, all the sacred prophecies foretold that a great spiritual wintertime was coming.
Next, the Hopis and the Rainbow Warrior prophecy. With their hearts in the clouds, their feet on the ground, the believers, the dreamers, the healers, the cheerful, and the earth carers, let their spirit ignite a fire within you to make this world better than the way you found it. These principles would be those of ancient tribes. The warriors of the rainbow would teach the people of the ancient practices of unity, love, and understanding. They would teach of harmony among all people in all the four corners of the earth. The tasks of the warriors of the rainbow are many and great. There will be terrifying mountains of ignorance to conquer, and they shall find prejudice and hatred. They must be dedicated, unwavering in their strength, and strong of heart. They will find willing hearts and minds that will follow them on this road to returning Mother Earth to beauty and plenty once more. This is the story of the warriors of the rainbow, and this is my reason for protecting the culture, heritage, and knowledge of my ancestors. I know that the day of the eyes of the fire we spoke of will come. I want my children and grandchildren to be prepared to accept this task, the task of being one of the warriors of the rainbow. The next is from the Anishinaabe and the seventh sacred fire prophecy. The seventh fire prophecy. The seventh prophet that came to the people long ago was said to be different from the other prophets. This prophet was described as young and had a strange light in his eyes, and said, "If the new people will remain strong in their quest, the water drum of the Midwewin Lodge will again sound its voice. There will be a rebirth of the Anishinaabe nation and a rekindling of old flames. The sacred fire will again be lit. It is this time that the light-skinned race will be given a choice between two roads. If they choose the right road, then the seventh fire will light the eighth and final fire, an eternal fire of peace, love, brotherhood, and sisterhood. If the light-skinned race makes the wrong choice of the roads, then the destruction which they brought with them in coming to this country will come back at them and cause much suffering and death to all the earth's people." The eighth fire prophecy. The eighth fire is a term arising from the teachings of the seventh fire prophecy. This teaching suggests that if enough people of all colors and faiths turn from materialism and instead choose a path of respect, wisdom, and spirituality, environmental and social catastrophe can be avoided, and an era of spiritual illumination will unfold. It is with tremendous gratitude that we thank these ancient cultures for their wisdom and guidance. We thank them also as we present their teachings by sharing clips of their videos. They teach us that we are all connected, no matter where we are on the planet, no matter our religious or spiritual beliefs, no matter the color of our skin, we are still brothers and sisters, all 7.6 billion of us. Together, walking and acting in a spiritual way, we can bring this planet back to its original splendor. Random acts of kindness and love and treating Mother Earth in a sacred way will help us in achieving this spiritual awakening, the Ascension. And it is happening now.